Hello everyone. Hello. It's I once more, PaladinVerdant, joining the fray today. How are you doing? How are you doing this Monday? Really good to see you guys. I've missed you. I gotta turn down my music. Yeah. It's been some time. I'm glad you're doing good. You have rainbow nuggies. Pretty awesome. I've been pretty good. Super exhausted. I've been wanting to make a bunch of YouTube videos, but I'm still waiting on the equipment to do so, which should be happening soon. And I'll be releasing a few series. I'm gonna make a Super Mario Galaxy kind of let's play playthrough where it's kind of like almost a one-on-one experience. And then separately, I'm gonna do a Don't Starve Together kind of like philosophical kind of play, and it'll be like really interesting because it's gonna go in depth to every single like finer detail into the game in a philosophical view, which I'm excited about. So yeah, those will pop up in the next week or two. And yeah, joining me today, the amazing Catherine Game. She's quite beautiful and amazing, right, Kath?
Heck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. We are going to play, or not we, because yeah, Kath is recently did
Hi.
D&D, and yeah, I'm shrinking. Okay. So yes, we will now go into Dark Souls 2. We're playing Scholar of the First Sin. That's the variant we are playing. And yeah, I've always struggled with Dark Souls 2 in the sense that I couldn't find a weapon that truly speaks to me on a full scale level. Like Dark Souls 1, my all-time favorite Souls weapon, Quelaag's Fury Sword. That's exclusive to Dark Souls 1. That's my weapon of choice in that game. Dark Souls 2, I never really found a weapon that spoke to me. Dark Souls 3, kind of the same thing, but honestly, it's a variation between the Sunlight Straight Sword or Friday Scythe. And like, I like the Wolf Knight Greatsword in that game too, because it has the badass front flip. And then in Bloodborne, without question, Ludwig's Holy Blade. Every playthrough, that thing's like I start off with the saw cleaver and then transition into Ludwig's Holy Blade. I feel like that's just it's the best. It's the best. And Elden Ring, of course, I went with Golden Halberd and Winged Scythe combo. I think those two golden weapons, super majestic in their own way, super fun. So in Dark Souls 2, I haven't really ever dabbled in rapiers. I was considering halberds, but then I looked into the halberds in Dark Souls 2 and I was like, none of them are really calling to me. So I'm gonna go for a rapier build. And we're gonna see how that works out. The jabbies, the fast stabbies. I think it'll work out pretty good. I really like the falchion and scimitar too as well in this game, but I don't think it's that good for late game. I think with the rapier we could eventually get to the was it the frost rapier in the DLC. So yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan for today.
Let's get it.
Yeah. What if you make a stream reward? It'll shut off the stream for over 10 million. Why would I do that? I want to stream. I don't think I would do that.
That's kind of counterintuitive for streaming.
Dear Mario, please come to the White House. I've baked a cake for you. Yours truly, President Obama.
Bark. Yes, Big Mac. You know what? That's a solid investment for the last 500. I think mine would also be the Obama bark one if I had to choose. There's also the cozy one, which I like now.
Wow, I feel all cozy.
But yes, we are gonna play Dark Souls 2. And do I have game audio? I do, and it's blasting me as it does. Bark. There's no new information, guys. I hope you're aware. There's no new information in the Dark Souls 2 realm.
Wow.
Wow. Perhaps you've seen it. The old lady's taunting you at the beginning of the game. You could barely hear it. Ah, you could hear it. You can hear the game audio. You're trolling me. I see it. I see it in the mixer. Kat, can you hear it?
Yeah, it's very loud.
Yeah. I should actually tone it down.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Let's enter the old lady realm and get to building our build. And Verdant. That is my name, yes, I am certain of it. At least you know your own name, your own name. We're gonna be a swordsman to start, because first of all, we start with the frickin' scimitar, which is amazing. And it'll be perfect for our dex build, because we're gonna be a rapier build. So we're gonna be a dex build. Which, yeah. And then we're gonna go life ring. Life ring is amazing. Life ring for life. Life ring for life.
Woo!
And then we get to choose our build. I'm gonna be a slim boy. Customization in Dark Souls 2. My God, it's hard to make me not look redonkulous. But the hairs are pretty good. Hairs are kind of nice. This one is closest. Actually, I don't know. Kath, what do you think? This one? Because this one has a fringe tucked to the side that's really good. This one has a fringe more centralized over here.
I like the second one.
This one?
No, the second one you showed me. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. We got big burly eyebrows. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Kath when she's grumpy with me. I don't know. Regular eyebrows. Thin eyebrows. And my eye color, it's kind of crazy. This game, well, the thing about Dark Souls 2 is it goes crazy with the RGB colors. Like, in Dark Souls 2, they make it more like, it's almost as if they add like an overlay that adds a softness to the colors. But this game's full on RGB. It's like, yo, you want freaking RGB eyeballs? You got it. So I don't want full on RGB. I still want it to be somewhat subtle, but I don't.
Subtle. Oh.
Subtlety. That's fine. You know what? No, let's go with more RGB than dark green. That's more like Kath's eye color. Just lovely. We'll go RGB for the memes. RGB green. And for a tattoo, they don't have a Praise the Sun tattoo, so we're gonna skip that. And then, you go into super detail, but honestly, that's fine. This guy has a big schnoz, I have a big schnoz. I'm not too particular with that. But it's fine. I think we're good. We're good to go.
All people come here.
Oh, people. All of them. Every single one. They come here. And they do the stuff and the things.
Woo!
So I don't know how to get the first rapier. I think the blacksmith will sell it, but if he doesn't, then I'm gonna be on a manhunt, or a weapon hunt, for that. I really should get into halberds in Dark Souls games. But, the only one that looks like my halberd is the standard halberd. And that in Dark Souls games doesn't scale well late game. Maybe it... Actually, I take that back. Like, maybe in Dark Souls 1, I could make a Chaos Halberd and scale it with, like, the humanity. And then do, like, super damage with that. But that would take a while to set up, you know? Yeah. Majula Senpai. Majula's the best frickin' what do they call it in Dark Souls games? Like the hub worlds? I think Majula is like the most peaceful and amazing hub world in all the Souls games. It has that like soft chimes that gives me goosebumps. Like a meditative, relaxing time vibe. bear the
Relax.
curse. And we have the green cloaked Emerald Herald Firekeeper, which...
Why does her cloak not billow?
What?
Her cloak's just kind of chilling. It's not billowing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Levitation spell! Yeah, I don't know. We have Matchy's cloaks, which is pretty cool. It sucks that you can never get her outfit, I don't think. Because I would totally go for the green cloak.
Heck yeah.
But alas, alas. Because you could get the Firekeeper's outfit in Dark Souls 3. Like, that's super style points that they did that. But, yeah. Yeah. Oops. No, I think we're good. Okay, I think we're just ready to go. Oh yeah, I gotta equip my Estus. There we go. Gotta remember to equip your Estus at the beginning of the game. Otherwise, you use your little gemstones. Your little yum-yums. Rusted coin. Rusted. How did it get rusty? There was liquid on it. Who put liquid on this coin? Who doused this coin in liquids?
It was totally not me. I didn't do it.
Yeah. How do you care for your shinies, Kath? How do you care for
them? In
them?
a box.
Put them in the box?
Yeah. It's the best way to care for a shiny.
Yeah. Do you have a shining set? Do you have like polishes?
I don't need to. They're always naturally shiny.
Hmm.
If I were to try to shine them, my poor monkey brain would be like, no, you're doing it wrong. And I would just destroy it on accident. It'd be terrible.
Just destroy it. Destroy. Destroy. What? What? Oh. Alright. That's right. The combat's gonna need some getting used to. That's right. The combat, man. Combat.
Yeah.
And this bonfire that I totally forgot existed in my first playthrough, I never got that bonfire. The silly lad that I was. I am curious to know how a Rapier will do in this game. Whoa! Whoa!
I think I only played like maybe 2 hours of this game before I rage quit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Was it like the controls that was bothering you the most?
Well, I had just finished Dark Souls 1, and so I tried to play this right after.
Oh yeah?
And I was just like, I don't get it!
Yeah. Too different?
Too different, don't want to play.
Yeah. Arr, arr. Slice, slice, slice. Slice and dice. Let's see how dual wielding feels. I look like a cool guy when I dual wield.
Let's go.
Cool guy Verdant over here. Any freaking fire bombs thrown at me. Oh, that's right. Your Estus drinking speed is dependent on the adaptability stat. If you want faster, you want your character to not lift the Estus flask to his lips in slow-mo, you're gonna... Ow! 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 You're gonna want to, level
Increase
that.
that stat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life gem. What was up here? I don't think the loot was worth it up here, but we're gonna go up here anyway. 'Cause I'm curious to know what it was. What it was, Kath, what it was. Oh my god, Dapper Weasel. Welcome in. How have you been? How have you been? Come on, start sprinting. I'm holding B. Yeah, the inputs. Been a minute? It really has. The inputs in this game really take getting used to as well. I've always described it as like the animations being so good in this game that they take more frames than the animations in other Souls games. So it feels like to do an action it takes more frames than usual. And that makes the flow of movement and combat a bit floaty and wait, not even floaty. I can never describe Dark Souls 2 movement. It's like you have to play it to know. It's just so indescribable. I was able to talk about the rotation in Dark Souls 2 compared to other Dark Souls games. Because in Dark Souls 1, if you hit up and down while standing in place. I don't know why. Stop it. You hit up and down while standing in place, your character is able to pivot up and down. But in this game, your character, when I hit up, he does a counterclockwise rotation from where he's facing, like the downwards, to up. And similarly, when he's looking up and I hit down, he does a clockwise rotation downwards. And why this matters is because if I'm looking up and there's an enemy behind me and I don't want to swing behind me, my character actually has to shift his body weight in that counterclockwise, or no, in that clockwise rotation, and that seriously affects where your weapon is swinging, and that seriously affects combat comparatively to Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. Because if let's say there's an enemy right behind me and I'm facing up, and I hit R1 and I hit down, I want to swing towards the enemy behind me. In this game, if I hit down and R1, I don't swing down. I swing like to the left or to the right of me, kind of. Or at most, like to the bottom right. To bottom diagonal right of me. So it doesn't cover the fullness of behind you. Whereas in Dark Souls 1 and 3, it does cover 360 around you. So you can swing wherever you want with ease in those games. But in this game, you really have to think of your position. You have to think of the enemy's positions around you, and that's how you have to plan your swings and whatnot. And it's way more
Effort.
Way more effort, and it's just way more different. It's not a Souls movement or not a Souls movement or combat that people are used to. Ah! Ah! H! I hope I explained that well enough. It's so hard to explain without actually playing it, but just yeah. And it's like,
It
what?
is a lot different.
Yeah. And it's like, why should I care how my swing is when I'm facing the opposite direction, right? When I should be locked onto the enemy and I should be facing them anyway, and stuff like that, right? Like, why should I care about that? And the answer is, the way my playstyle is in the Soul series, it heavily relies on, obviously not just timing and, you know, stuff like that, but the biggest reliance I have is on my position. I heavily rely on my position to get more attacks in, and that's just how I play. So, knowing enemy movesets and knowing where I should optimally stand and stuff, the direction of my swing speed based on where I am is super meaningful to me because, yeah, that affects my playstyle more so than maybe other people's playstyles. So yeah, more often than not, I find that I swing in a way that I do not expect myself to swing in this game, and that can affect my movement. That can affect whether or not I hit the enemy correctly, and it's a massive learning curve. Hello, Maya. Hello, hello. Path is the most important. Path is top importance to me. Always. Without question. On a scale of 1 to Cath, it would be Cath all the time. All the time. Alright, this guy's not selling the Rapier. I always say Rapier instead of how it's usually pronounced because I don't like saying it the other way. It makes me uncomfortable saying it the other way.
Yeah. With the Rapier is really kind of hard to say too, you know.
Yeah, I say Rapier.
Yeah.
Rapier.
Yeah, Rapier's good. It's pronounced Rapier though. Rapier. There you go.
Rapier.
Rapier. It's a French word, so
It is a
you gotta
French
put
word.
that Rapier. That's totally how French works, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Kath knows what's up. Alright, let's see if I could just break this wall. Break! Away from I'm good. Maybe if I buy another one.
Are you supposed to break that wall?
Yeah.
Why can't you just smack it?
You're not supposed to break it this early, but if you stand just right. Rapier is one of the speedrun weapons in this game. Oh, really? I thought dex builds were looked down upon in Dark Souls 2. I thought it was all about the strength builds. That's why I thought it would be a cool difference. No. No. Gosh dang it. There's supposed to be a small chance that this breaks the explosive barrel on the other side of that wall and explodes everything into this ball of flame and death and destruction.
Huzzah!
But alas! Ow! Ow! March! That guy is the halberd. That guy is my halberd. It's so pretty. Ow! I suck at this game. I'm awful, Kat.
Well, I mean, you don't play Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Dex builds are looked down upon by many Souls players. They want big bonk or nothing. Yeah.
Yo, that's me!
But my favorite thing to do in Dark Souls 1 is prove how OP the Quelaag's Fury Sword is. Because, yeah, the DPS of it is just so strong that if I'm fighting a strength build and they're doing this wind-up, I already have 800 damage plowed into them while they're halfway through their swing. So it's just this amazing culmination of surprise and like, what? What is this? What is this? And it's underrated. No one talks about it. No one knows. People assume that because it does fire damage, it's not an effective weapon because there's fire resistance in the game. But if you think on a PvE standpoint, there's only 2 bosses in Dark Souls 1 that resists fire damage. Only 2. And one of them's a DLC boss. Centipede Demon in Isleth. And then Artorias is also fire resistant in the DLC. So there's literally only 2 bosses in Dark Souls 1 that resist fire. The Demon Fire Sage, he does not resist fire whatsoever. And Ceaseless Discharge and Bed of Chaos, those are environment boss fights. And Quellock yourself, well, obviously you need to kill her to get her soul to be able to use the Quellock's Fury Sword to begin with. So yeah, there's literally only 2 that you have to like be concerned about. Don't get me started on the Centipede Demon. Yeah, Centipede Demon's just easy in general. I used to think he was a hard boss, and then I realized, oh, I can just go in the corner and just beef out the attacks he does.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! There's gonna be turtles! Look at these turtles, look at these guys. Think these guys look silly? Hello, mine turtle.
Hello, turtle.
No, you're supposed to hit the barrel, man, over here. You keep not hitting the barrels that you're supposed to be hitting. I guess we're just... That's what he was supposed to hit, but not at that... Not like that. That hurts. That's big bites. Bites! Bites! There we go. Oh! Big bites. I give lots of big bites. Don't break those barrels, you fiend. Okay, we're good. Can you firebomb these barrels? Thank you. I give big bites. I give lots of big bites. What the heck? What do you think you're doing? That's weird. Take a lady out of nowhere. Ouch. I want to get the shinies, but I'm too scared, so I'm just gonna... What do you think you're doing? Run in here like you own the place. Please. Get real. Get real. Ouch. Oh my god, Contemplative Emerald Herald. So cute. He looks so bored. He kind of has Kath's hair color that Kath wants to have. Like, hers, like, Kath doesn't have orange hair. She has like a...
It's a wine red.
Wine color. So yeah, Emerald Herald kind of has that wine color a little bit. A little bit.
It's like red hair. It's too orange for me, you know?
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
I like the more reddish black.
Yeah. Badass. Short bow. Wanna buy stuff. Bites. Come back again later. Bites. I want stuff now. Oh, I realized that I didn't get the frickin' Estus shard from the hanging guy. You know, you put this rock down and it lifts the guy that's hanged in the well.
Yeah.
Brutal, but why can't I take him down from there? If I saw a guy, if I pushed a rock in a well and it lifted a guy that was hung, I wouldn't want him to just be hanging there hung like that. I would get his corpse down. It would just make me too uncomfortable to leave him there. Right? Right?
I mean, yeah, but you're busy. You're a busy undead man. You gotta do stuff.
It just feels like I'm so self-focused on my activities. You could take a second to be respectful to a corpse, you know?
I mean, wouldn't you be a corpse, though? Aren't you technically a corpse? You're undead.
Yeah, but wouldn't that mean I would be respectful to my fellow corpses? Bear, seek lest. I really like her outfit, actually. Her outfit's cute.
Seek the once you so that is not here to see. However,
all right. Upgrade the Estus flask. It looks like she's like kind of bothered that I'm taking her time. Like, listen, I don't got much time here. I'm busy. Okay, more health. We started with 4 vigor. That's a crime. Like we can't have 4 vigor. We just can't have that. We need more health than that. Corpses have no regard for corpses. How do you know? How do you know? For they know that in death there was nothing, only the never-ending wait for resurrection, one that is not perceived. I know because I respawn. Well, slimes don't have corpses. When you kill a slime, they usually go like into nothingness when you murder a slime.
Yeah.
We do have corpses. I've never seen a slime corpse. I've only seen slimes dissipate into nothingness.
Slime's essentially like, you get their jelly when you're done with them.
Oh yeah. You harvest upon them like the crazy person that you are. Can you stop walking across the barrel to just, like, not break these explosive barrels I want to use against you? Bites! Ah, bites! No, panic bites! Dude! No! Bites! I don't like those bites! I'm getting harassed. Gonna take 5 seconds to drink this. No! You know what? I think I'm done here. I don't want you to harass me anymore, and I don't like this. I'm leaving. The pursuer! Is this too easy for you?
So, you know Happy Souls, right?
Yeah.
Which Dark Souls game is that based on?
Dark Souls 2. That's why I made the reference. Because it was literally from that moment, like the bird that dropped the pursuer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I never really cared, because I just assumed, like, it can reference any Dark Souls game.
That is kind of true. Oh wait, this guy falls on his back, that's right! Get up, you idiot! Get up! You're just standing there! I remember that's why I got frustrated a lot with Dark Souls 2, because a lot of the, like, after you make an action, you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna sit here. It feels very unresponsive. That's because of the frames, like I said. There's so much frames in every animation. Ah! Oh! Get up! See, that takes like 7 seconds! It takes so long! I think that's why adaptability is much desired, because it lowers the frames. it feels a little better. It's still very, very clunky. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Whee! Then we give bites, and then we give big bites.
Remember that time you forgot how to slide down a ladder and you jumped?
You
Good
remember-
times, good times.
You did that?
No, you did that.
I did that?
You did it in Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh god, it's bad. I don't like this. I'm gonna leave this. No, it's too much at once. I don't like that. Why do you do so much damage to me? Ouch! Ah! Why do you only have two freaking? Why do you only have one Estus flask at the beginning of the game?
You gotta get more.
I know. I must. Do I have effigies? Yeah, I'm already effigy. Didn't die yet.
Is effigy
Your humanity.
soul?
No, I feel like I'll die if I jump down. I really want to plunge and attack them, but they're gonna freaking consume me. You know
Because
what,
they don't know how to climb.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. That's not optimal. Nice. He's still at me, even in the roll animation? What? He hit me while I was doing my roll animation. What is that?
Yeah, the iframes in this one were pretty bad.
Yeah, unless you increase your adaptability. That increases roll iframes. I gotta look at the chart again to see how many iframes you get as you level adaptability. Oh, craziness. Oh, it farted on me. I will take your Titanite shard though. I will knock on this door. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? Hey there. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Why would he just open the door?
Yeah, because it's only it's a locked door that only opens from that side, so that's the only way to open the door. Is you swing at the door and have him open it for you. It's very silly.
He could have just stayed safe forever and not opened the door.
Yeah. Another life ring! Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Now I shall have... I didn't equip my first life ring! No wonder I didn't have any health.
Wow. Silly.
Wow. Double life ring. Oh. Alas, alas. I need to get a Pharaoh's Lockstone to unlock this door. Because I'll get a Chloranthy ring out of it. If I do so.
Ooh. Those are nice. What does it do?
You don't know what the Chloranthy ring does?
I don't play Dark Souls 2.
It's in all the Dark Souls games.
I don't look at names of things, I look at events of things.
You're quite the silly gal, aren't ya? Chloranthy ring. Actually, the Chloranthy ring increases stamina regeneration rate, which is pretty good. But I tend to skip it, obviously, in Souls games. Aside from maybe Dark Souls 3. I skip it in most Souls games like Dark Souls 1 and stuff because there's the Grass Crest Shield, which gives you not as much stamina regeneration rate, It's the Corinth ring, but you could save a ring slot, and you could just have the shield on your back and still get the stamina regen rate effect. So you still get some good gains. Good gains. Obviously, the best thing to do would be to have the grass crest shield and the Chloranthy ring and eat a green blossom. I really don't like how you're shielding and you're just swinging with your spear. I don't like that. So I'm gonna friggin' backstab you. Be gone. Chloranthy ring in multiple games. Next you'll tell me patches in every game too. Well.
Hi, Dropsy.
Hi, Dropsy.
So Kuelf
Yeah.
is the one who I'm pretty sure you assisted me in my Dark Souls 1 playthrough.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. My
That's-
very first one.
It's so long ago. That's amazing. Ah! He had a good range there. That was a bit ago. Yeah, that's amazing. It's incredible. Yeah, Kath went hard in her Dark Souls 1 playthrough. She was full on Dragon Tooth. Bonk. I gotta, you know what? Kath, you've inspired me. My next Dark Souls 1 playthrough, I'm gonna make a build specifically for the Dragon Tooth. Specifically revolves around the Dragon Tooth.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fast roll with it. It's gonna be freaking amazing. Ninja flip ring. With the Dragon Tooth. It's gonna be insane. What was I doing with my life? Oh yeah, I was going back to Majula to buy the Rapier.
Listen, you've got to have the biggest stick so that you can do the most damage so that they hit you less. That's how this works.
Yeah, big bonk. And bang. Alright, where's... I see, I normally buy the Falchion. The Falchion's just beautiful. We're doing a Rapier build, so I'm gonna buy a Rapier. Fine.
I'll be around.
I'll be around. So I do 121 with my scimitar. Why is it +1? I start with a +1 scimitar? Huh. Alright. Moon! Praise the sun. Thank you for the 33-month subscription. I appreciate you. Thank you, Moon Moon. Wow. Why would you bonk me? Why would you follow up with that? How have you been? Bean. God!
I'll be around.
I need souls, man. I don't got no souls. For the giant, I doubt that the Rapier is gonna be good. That's a 126, 121. Oh, the Rapier does more damage than a scimitar? Surprising. Alright. It's on vacay. Wow, nice. One of my players in my D&D group is a diehard adherent of the philosophy killing the enemy is the best form of CC. Of course it doesn't hurt, I'm physically holding the enemy down for him. Nice. Pretty rad. Best part of DS2 is this place. I agree. DS2, the best thing that DS2 has comparatively to other Dark Souls games is it has the best hub world. I will admit to that. Even though Dark Souls 1's Fire Link Shrine holds a special place in my heart, I will agree Majula is the best hub world.
Kind of looks like you're playing Fallout, and I'll be honest with you.
Follow?
Yeah, it's got a Fallout aesthetic to it.
Just, it's very like abandoned abandoned vibe. I just
Yeah,
really like
desert.
I just really like the frickin' chime music, and I like how it's on the water, and the water is very like meditative. And yeah, I usually go with the falconer armor as like my starting armor. It's very majestic, Cat. It's majestic. Except for the helmet. The helmet looks like rat anus. In particular. What? What?
Some people are eating.
Oh. What? You can't imagine a rat anus.
Verdant!
What?
I'm eating!
Sorry. Some people are sleeping too. Sorry. And you get an elevator and a windmill that goes to Law World. Yeah, the world design is... Yeah.
I mean, just imagine a death claw here. It would fit right in.
A death claw?
Yeah, from Fallout.
Yeah, like I see what you mean when I look like this right here, what I'm looking at. Very Fallout looking. I agree. But like, if you go like up to the statue and like gaze upon the water, and you see like the other areas of the game, and like one of my favorite places to go is up here, and then just over here, just gaze upon beautiful water and the sun, and the chime music, and you see the beautiful
Breeze.
aqueduct.
Raise the sun!
Praise the sun. I don't have the gesture yet. This is the best praise I could do. Yeah, praise. Yeah. Gaze upon water, yes. But yes. And the Emerald Herald is super cute too. She's kind of underrated. She has a green cloak, I'm biased towards a green cloak, and her outfit is very cute too. She still has the like that like cross on her chest, like the Firekeeper set does, which is very aesthetic, very good, very style. Plus Majula has Kitty Cat, which, you know, you can argue that other hub worlds don't have a meow meow. They don't got a meow meow.
Oh. Undead,
Cat
are
talks,
we?
which is kind of weird.
I thought there was the one cat in Dark Souls 1 that you could join a covenant with.
Oh yeah, the Forest Hunters. Yeah, Alvina. Alvina's super cute because she's like the Alice in Wonderland cat. I'm talking specifically about Hub World. Like, Alvina's not in the Hub World. This kitty cat's in the Hub World, and she's pawing at this wall and being super cute, and she's super fluffy. Bear, seek, lust. Yep. For those who are unfamiliar with the meme, that's what happens when you skip through her dialogue. Because she says like 4 separate sentences before you finally get to her menu to level up.
Oh,
So people just skip through her dialogue, so that's what you do.
Bear.
Seek, lust. Bear, seek, lust.
that's really
Very silly. It's so silly! It's silly, Cat. Did you know it's silly?
Maybe.
I gotta upgrade my Rapier to maximum level that I could get it to before I move on with my life. Gosh dang it, I need to do more souls.
Man, leveling up your weapon couldn't be me.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing? That drives me bonkers. Did you fully, like, when was it when you fully upgrade your Dragon Tooth to +5?
Dude, I don't know. I don't remember upgrading it at all.
No! No, Cat, no! Oh. Okay, the trajectory of this game is not great! No! Thanks! No, I don't like it. Shitter! I'm gonna fucking die because this game sucks ass. This game sucks! I lost my seal of death run already!
Verdant?
What? What am I supposed to do, Kat? I gotta restart? Do all that
No, you
shit all
don't.
over again?
Just play the gosh
No,
dang
it's a zero death
game.
run. I can't.
Just play the
Get
game.
good at the awful controls. I will.
You said you weren't gonna bash the game.
I did say that. I did say that. I did say that. It's just so hard. It's so bad.
Tell us one good thing about the game, Verdant.
Say one good thing? Okay. I will say that Majula is the best hub world and has the best hub world music in any Dark Souls game. There you go. Combat. Doo-doo.
Oh, Kuelf was saying it, you got.
Oh.
Perhaps you've seen it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did get got. I got friggin'... Okay. I'm bad at this game.
Which is why you should just play it. Just beat it one time.
I did! I did, Kat!
Beat it one time for us.
No!
Wow.
If I'm gonna beat it on stream for the first time, I'm gonna beat it deathless. Getting snuck
Alright.
up on by slow skelly boys. I know! How'd I die to the starter? I died to the starter enemy because the floaty frickin' movement. And, Elf wasn't here when I explained it, but it's so different. And it's so hard to get used to. Like,
Punch the tutorial hippo?
no.
What's a tutorial hippo?
No. I'm not doing that.
Punch the tutorial hippo.
Why can't I type? I'm typing. Put my goddamn name in.
Oh,
Alright,
what
I'm
is this bug?
I'm playing as Kumju. Kumhoog. Barch. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Your iframes are worse in Dark Souls 2? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Frickin', you gotta level adaptability to get a normal amount of frickin' frames in this game. It's crazy. It's lunacy. Why do I have to level a stat to play the game normally?
For fun?
PS2 is a fine game, but you can really tell Miyazaki didn't have his hand in it. Yeah, exactly. PS2 is a good game. It is the worst Souls game, IMO. For good reason. So... It's so... not... Oh yeah, that's right. Life ring for life. Life ring for life. Only one that got game of the year? Are you serious? No, you can't be serious. Why am I holding my weapon in a blocked position when I'm not... Why am I doing this? Why is the game doing this? I'm not pressing it, I'm putting my controller down. Why am I like this?
Did you unplug your controller and plug it back in?
Guess I'll do that now. Why does it have left bumper input fully just pressed down at all times? This is such a good game. I have it unplugged. My controller's unplugged and he's still doing it. Explain this.
Well, it's gotta be on your keyboard then. Is there something touching your keyboard?
No, nothing's touching my keyboard. There's nothing on my keyboard.
I love Bloodborne.
Bloodborne's freaking amazing. Rather be playing Bloodborne than this. Why did I do this to myself?
Because you said you wanted to play, and now you're here, so you gotta play.
Okay. Guess I'll quit out. Quit out because the game just decided, yeah, this player's holding the left bumper all the time. This is a left bumper press down playthrough. Drives me bonkers. Bonkers.
No anger.
No bonkers. I mean, no anger. Am I good? Everything good? Okay. Alright.
I can't believe you broke this absolutely amazing, perfectly crafted game.
Yep. Perfectly crafted. I just wish I could find a weapon in this game that speaks to me. 'Cause that's the thing about Soulsborne games, is you find a weapon that's like, wow, this speaks to me. This is my kind of weapon. You know? I just want to find that for...
Oh.
Emma! Hi, Emma! You sweet Emma.
You should read Dropsy's messages.
The Demon Souls doesn't count in your mind either? Wait, for what? Are we not counting Elden Ring? For what? Oh, for Game of the Year? Hero got Game of the Year? Bloodborne got Game of the Year? No, all those are great games. Moonmoon's the one that said Dark Souls 2 is the only game that got Game of the Year, right? No.
I tried to play Sekiro, I really did. I gave it a really good try, and I got quite far. And then I hit a wall, and I rage quit.
You got so far and got so far. In the end, you rage quit it out. Saying DS2 got Game of the Year in the 3-part Dark Soul. I don't get what that means. DS3 didn't even get nominated. Are you serious? Wasn't it like the most... No, wait. No. I remember it getting nominated for Game of the Year. I thought it did get Game of the Year at DS3. It was like the most talked about game that year. What? I'm gonna riot. This is true. DS3, you're telling me that DS3, the game that was talked about the most that year,
Bear,
didn't get Game of the Year.
go on. He came. Bear.
Bear, Seek, Lust.
Wow.
What's up?
I'm looking at the Game of the Year nominees for 2017. It's not on it. Or sorry, 2016. It's not on it.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna actually cry. Am I Estus flask?
Bear.
Bear, Seek, Lust. Where's my Estus flask, bro? She didn't give it to me. Hello? I want my Estus flask. What? I have to reload the area. Here's a Dance Dance Revolution game disguised as an action adventure. That's pretty accurate. Oh my god, she's doing the Kickies animation! Wait, where is it? Go on, kick the dirt. Kick the dirt. Yeah, she's doing it. She's so bored. She's bored out of her mind. And her cloak actually is physics this time.
Bear.
Oh, cute. I have my Estus flask.
Those who it happens that although he perhaps
Wait, what? What? You dummy? I asked this flask last time. What did I do? Do I have to talk? Do I have to get the hanged man? One of the Tenchu games, one of the Armored Core games get Game of the Year as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm unfamiliar. Yeah, that's bonkers. What am I doing with my life? Hey, silly car.
is that
You
here?
are silly.
Oops. I don't have souls to level up. I wish. I gotta get going. I gotta get moving on my adventure. That's this flask strengthened. What is this flask? Where is it? Where's my Estus flask? Am I crazy?
Did you sit at the fire?
Yes, I just did. Where
Oh,
is it?
gone forever.
There. Seek.
I don't have my Estus flask.
There. Lest this land.
Alright, well. Guess I'm done for. Life. My life. My rules. Emma, how you're doing? How you're doing? How you're doing today? How you doing? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing good. So tired. Did you get the well one? I just did, yeah. I strengthened my Estus flask. Is this a glitch? Or am I just dumb? Because I got it last time. I reloaded the area, I talked to her again. It's gotta be a glitch.
Bear. Seeks. Lest.
You're doing the bear seek lest.
That. She. The sign. He.
I sat at the bonfire. Yo, that's a full-on Havel set right there. Rip run. No, seriously. No, I'm serious. What? Oh, there it is. Wait. Now it's here. Wait, was it here this whole time? No. Was it here?
I don't think you had it equipped.
Okay, maybe I'm just stupid. It was there? Oh, I'm such a dummy. Very bled. TPH, woke up feeling moody. Oh, it's carried throughout the entire day, but I'm thinking once I sleep later, I'll wake up feeling better. I hope so. You're amazing. Kath and I saw you moody. We would make you a cup of tea and good soup and head pats. Okay, guys, you found the Sunny D. Sunny Paladin needs a Sunny D. Just, I can't go on the slowest door, yeah. The movement really just bothers. I have to hold my control stick in such a specific way. Like, if I start running, if I'm standing here and I want to just hold diagonal left to go and sprint to run up the stick, I can't do that. Because if I do that, it'll start like, it'll make like an arc going to go diagonal left, and that would like throw me off the side of the cliff. So I have to carefully position myself and line myself up before I make it up the thing, because of how the directional movement is in this game. It's so hard to explain. I'm explaining as best I can to give you guys an impression of what it's like, but it's so clockwise, counterclockwise-y weirdness. And it drives me bonkers. It drives me bonkers. Alright. I was taking a sip of my drinkable yogurt.
This is off.
God, that's swinging. That's swinging, God.
Just try harder, bro.
Did my best.
And you're amazing.
No, I'm not. Not even close. Good old zombie flail, yep. Frick your arrows. Stop shooting me in the rectal feed. Hey! I got the dummy arrows in my skull! You know those hats with the arrow going through the head? I got that! I got the dummy arrow, cuz.
I feel like you're having a good time.
Oh?
I feel like you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. This game. How do I explain this game? How do I express without criticizing it too much? How do I express it? And how different of a Souls experience this is compared to what I'm used to.
Just explain that it's a new Souls game.
Well, it's not new, is the problem. Like, my friend argued that Demon Souls is worse than Dark Souls 2, and I'm like, how? Because, I mean, Demon Souls has jank, without question. But it's fun broken jank, because every weapon is busted in terms of how good it is. Like overpowered beyond belief. This game's just busted in the way it works. The way it plays.
What I don't like about Demon Souls is, like, if you die, you have lower health until you beat a boss.
Yeah, for like people that, you know, die more often than not, like I don't mind that mechanic because I'm just like, oh hell yeah, I don't die, so my soul is as pure as ever. Because what happens, Kath, is the more you die, the more your soul gets just dirty. It's dirty. It goes from a white pure soul to like a dirty first dragon. It's like dragon rot in Sekiro or whatever.
Blah blah blah. Just don't kill me every time I die, then we'll be fine.
Oh. No, why do I have to fight so many of you? Only if you die in human form. Oh yeah. It's true. And Dark Souls 3 has a similar thing with Halloween. Hollow builds. Oh, Jesus! It was so bad. Really bad. Ouch.
You almost got ganked.
I did. Scared. Backstabbing takes so much longer in this game. It takes longer in this game. Swinging, rolling, any animation has... I can't even describe it as a floatiness. Because it's not even floatiness. It's like the animation has too many frames in it, and that creates such a delay. Too many frames of animation within the animation.
You're just a baby.
Huh?
You're just a baby character. You gotta grow into your fast build.
You gotta grow. Demon Souls was a tech alpha. Dark Souls was an unfinished indie game, both made from soft tons of money. So good. They're so good though. Dark Souls 1, like, I have such a bias for it, but it's such a good bias. It's such a good bias. It's so good. I really like Demon Souls as well. Why did that risk? What was that risk at this point of the game before? Ouch. There's no growing in this game. The jank will never leave. I'm so glad Moon agrees. Moon understands. I'm so happy you guys understand. I wish it was a skill issue. I really do.
I don't understand. Hair flip.
What?
I don't understand hair flip.
What do you mean you don't understand?
You said everybody understands. I don't understand hair flip.
What do you mean you don't understand? Can't stand this game?
We're not talking negatively about it,
We're
Verdant.
not.
Promise.
I promised I wouldn't talk negatively about this game. I'm only pointing out the criticisms that I've had for it. That will be it. It's still a good game. Still a good game. It gets the Dark Souls seal of being a Dark Souls game.
Yep.
I say all this with love. FromSoft makes silly jank magic, but it is beloved. Beloved? Yes, I agree. The jankness, there's a golden glistening beauty, the jankness, and all my criticisms that I just complained about are some of the points that mega Dark Souls 2 fans argue for. My friend, who I don't talk to anymore. Not because of this, but his favorite Dark Souls game is Dark Souls 2. And he said that the movement, like the weird clockwise wing movement and the floatiness of the rolls and the delay of drinking Estus and the delay of the swings and stuff, all that, he argues, is perfect for PvP. Because he argues that it's like, if you have Dark Souls 3 level of rolling, like with iframes and stuff, then that makes PvP more difficult and, like, not as strategic.
Exactly. Cool. He definitely led into that one.
No! No, that's what I... No!
That is the order of operation that you said it, though. Pretty good.
You know what I mean, though, right? Yo, and Moon's right about Happy Souls. Happy Souls is like the best animation I've ever watched. And I watched like hundreds of Newgrounds animations and like I watched so much.
I just wanted the soul.
I just wanted this. It's a masterpiece. And honestly, I still wish, even though that would have taken a lot of work and would have taken years and years of work for that guy, I wish he made like a really good equivalent of like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne or like whatever else, you know, animations equivalent. But I think he got his point across is the thing. He got his point across regardless. Like, that's why I made a good point when she said that Happy Souls isn't solely just a Dark Souls 2 focused animation. It feels as though it's just a Dark Souls focused animation with its themes. The thematic nature of jolly cooperation. You miss Machinima? Yo, back then, on the Machinima channel, I watched a lot of frickin' Halo Machinima. My brother back then made YouTube videos, Halo Machinima videos, and he told me to help him with one. And he was like, yo, get in Halo 3 with me. I was like, okay. And, crap. Grab out. Yank, this is. Hang on, I gotta focus here. This is a stupid moment. Ah. Is there another guy? There is. Okay. I'll fully heal. And then blow yourself up. Dude, work with me here. Work with me here. Work with me. What kind of throw was that? Oh my god! No! Ouch! Like that! And Cat, I'm a dummy, I forgot to equip my life ring again!
You're very silly.
Why am I a fool?
Have you ever watched Happy Hobbs God Run?
No. Happy Hobbs God Run. I'm not.
It's not the guy that did a deathless, hitless run of every Dark Souls game, is it?
No, that was Soulsborne. Like that. I think it was also Sekiro too. Yeah, okay, it was Happy Hobbs that did that, yeah. Crazy. That still is like, he achieved it all. Like, no matter how fast people get at Dark Souls speed runs or anything else, like, that is the Testament challenge. Like, he's the one who did it. He's the first, he's the only one, he is the Soulsborne player of all time. Ran Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Hitless, in order. Yeah, all in one massive go. So amazing. Alright, and then we'll leave, and then we'll come back to do that. To get
But
the
you
stuff.
know, for someone who has perfected the game, you know, they had to have loved the game, right? They had to have played the game and really loved the game.
Yeah.
Do you think they're bored of the game now?
That's what I worry about. Like, once I do zero death runs, and I don't think I'll do it in every Soulsborne game, but I hope to. That's what I fear, is because I never want to. That's why I completely avoid Dark Souls speedrunning. Even though it's interesting to me, it would make me learn strats that skip very, like, important, meaningful parts of the game for me, and then that would just make playthroughs feel meaningless in of themselves. That's why I'm kind of sticking only to Deathless, because I still get to really grind it out and feel the fullness of the game. And it's still super punishing. Like, I don't have strats where I can skip stuff. I still have to just do stuff. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be around.
I'll be around if you make it back, young one. Young fellow.
Yeah, I feel that. It probably does pay the bills.
I'll be
Hi,
around.
Ball.
Poops into a ball. Yes, Taya. We perhaps get a shout out for Tyadrin? Oops. I'm doing exercises. Look at the wrist.
Get shouted out, nerd.
What's in her hand? Is it a wand? What does she flick? She has like a little stick that she flicks. Look at the wrist. Like a, it's like a godmother's wand, you know? Like a, go. Right?
Right? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see it.
That's the problem, Kath. That's the problem.
Verdant?
Katharina, that is the issue that is at hand. Currently. Currently at hand. Katharina, game. Katharina, game. Notice me. Katharina, game. Notice me.
Haha, you've been noticed.
God, that guy. God, freaking guy. Oh. Oh. God, that guy. Oh. Like, it bothers me to no end. What also bothers me is I really have to get this out there. It's gonna be an event. It's gonna be another rant. I feel
Why
like
are we rant?
what?
Why are we rant?
It's just content in general. I just the soullessness of content that's been happening. I know there's so much content that's just because. How do I explain it? I was on YouTube before PewDiePie was, right? That's a fact I always establish. I have a YouTube account, not my PaladinVerdant YouTube account, but my personal one. What has been created before PewDiePie's. So I've been on YouTube forever. I am an OG, as they say. So since the beginning, you're gonna regret that. Since the beginning, I've seen it all. Don't kill me, please don't kill me.
It is a feather.
Ow, hang on. It is a what?
Feather.
What are you talking about?
The lady, her hand is holding a feather.
Oh, it's a feather? Okay. Thank you. So I've seen content evolve throughout the years since the beginning. And what I've noticed is, obviously, like I said, through monetization and stuff like that, people felt more inclined to make content. And the separation from making content for fun and for creative uses to making content that is profitable, I just feel like I'm so annoyed by that. And what I've noticed, especially these past few years, is that it's gotten so cookie cutter that it's like, it's so noticeable to me. Back in my day, Bite!
That's what you were saying.
Bite.
Get you your walker, Grandpa. Just gotta get you your walker.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Anyway, the point is, I don't want to sound like I'm entitled to anything. I'm not entitled to a single thing. There's so many content creators that are so popular, and it's just like, that make cookie cutter stuff, and I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm concerned of the content landscape. If that makes any sense.
It's all part of the plan.
Bites. Does it make sense though, Kav?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Because here's the thing, okay? What do people do when they find out they're good at something?
When they find out what?
They're good at something. They try to make money with that thing. So people who are good at content will try to make money with what they're good at.
I just think that there's a soullessness to how it's been evolving though. Like, people aren't making it for fun now. People are just making it to make money now. And by doing so, people make it not because they want to, but because it makes money.
Yeah, think about art.
Yeah,
art was made for fun, and then it didn't. It's every single thing in this planet. Everything follows the same pattern.
It's silly though, because
it's just a game.
When it comes to content,
the phrase
though,
"it's just a game" is such a weak
God.
mindset. You are okay with what happened.
When it comes to making content, what I mean by there's a soullessness to it, people, yeah, like what Quelf said, people follow trends. So, like, back before there was actual game reviews and stuff like that, people had sincere and genuine opinions about gaming because they were passionate about gaming and because they had genuine views, you know, and shared them. And people still have that, but there's so much crap mixed in with like sponsorship stuff and like I don't watch a lot of ads, thankfully, but when I do, there's certain ads that really piss me off because some of them are just like the shiniest cookie cutter games, like mobile games or whatever, and it's this reviewer quote unquote being like, this game is so good. Like he's pretending to be a content creator, right? Like the ad is revolved around this guy pretending to be a content creator, and he's talking like this game's like the best thing in the world, and it's just this crappy like shovelware crap phone game, and it's just it pisses me off. It's like, you don't hold those views, you don't actually think that. Like a game studio hired you to be an actor to praise this game and pretend to be a content creator when you're not, and it's just raw. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just
I
noticing
agree.
that, and it's just,
But it's in everything though.
I know, and it's horrible. It's so it's atrocious. And you're talking about the advent of proliferation of sponsorships and media coverage of gaming. It's more than that. It lost a personhood to it. Like, instead of just like, you know when people connect with content creators like Markiplier and stuff like that, when he has sincere conversations with himself and the viewer, people like that. People like that connection because there's a genuine person connection. And there still is between content creators, but there's so much like fake crap and trend following mixed in that you don't necessarily know what's genuine and what's not anymore, because there's just so much paid for crap, and the person's paid to be like, this is the best thing ever, when they, in reality, you kind of know that they think it's just this crap that they're just saying to collect that paycheck. And that lack of sincerity in what they're saying just feels so fake to me that I just absolutely despise it. Despise seeing it everywhere I go. That's why I say, if I ever take a sponsorship, it's going to be for a company I actually give a crap about, like Demonias or Monster or Hot Topic or something like that, because those are brands I actually buy myself and actually use and would be actually passionate about the product. But if like Raid Shadow Legends offered me like $5,000 to say that Raid Shadow Legends is the best thing ever, I'm not gonna do it, because I think that's just the crappiest thing to do as a content creator, is to say something that you don't believe in.
I know, right? It's hot take day, isn't it?
It's hot take? I guess so. I just... That... It's all because I saw that ad today. I saw that ad because I knew that guy in that ad wasn't an actual content creator. Like, he wasn't a YouTuber or anything like that. He was just this actor that they paid to be like this game reviewer that's talking about this being the best game ever. And it's just the crappiest game. And it's just like, you're not a person. You're nothing. You're not human. No human would think that's good. I'm so mad. $5,000 is $5,000. I'll eat the game if it meant that much money. And that's I guess that's what I'm saying is the sad thing, is that people are driven so much by money. And that's fine, because people need money.
I'm gonna eat it.
And I get it.
I have done things that I'm not proud of for $5.
I don't know. It just... If you're basing platform revolved around you and connecting with viewers and whatever, then you shouldn't have fake opinions. You shouldn't, like... you shouldn't be insincere about anything. Because you're being like... I don't want to say you're being deceptive towards viewers, but it feels that way to me, right? Because if say JonTron, which we know he did Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships, if JonTron is saying like Raid Shadow Legends is the best mobile game experience, and he's saying like all this crap, I know he's not sincere about that. I know you're lying through your teeth to get that paycheck, and it's just, I don't know. It seems wrong, but maybe that's just old man Verd speaking. I don't know.
Old man Verge.
It's just what I've noticed through the years, and it's sad. This content didn't used to be like this. It used to be more sincere and genuine. And the content creators of yesterday were far more genuine with what they mean. And they said words. Words had meaning when they spoke them.
Words have always had meaning, and so have advertisements. Before YouTube, there was TV. Before TV, there was the radio. Before the radio, there was the newspaper. Before the newspaper, there was word of mouth and heralds. They all do the same thing. You can't just be harping on it.
I know, but the...
Do you, though?
Yes, but the problem is that when YouTube didn't have advertisement or money making or anything like that, you always knew, every video you clicked, you always knew someone's voice and opinion on, let's say, a game review.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did, because they weren't
No,
paid
you
to say
didn't.
anything about it. They made the video.
Oh my gosh.
with
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because
I have always believed that anybody who wrote a review is probably lying.
Nowadays, yes, but back then on old YouTube, when people made game reviews and uploaded those videos,
Why does that wall have a face?
because you put a Pharaoh's Lockstone in his mouth and he makes a glowy wall and you get the Chloranthy ring. That's besides the point. Then YouTube videos were more sincere because people were more passionate about what they were making. Well, not more passionate, but more... I can't find the right words for it, but you know exactly what I mean.
I just think there wasn't an algorithm yet.
Every game review video back in old YouTube,
Back in the day.
before advertisements,
No, there has when has there not been advertisements? Please tell me. Please tell me when advertisements were never
When did you first get on YouTube? Was it after Google took over? Because if it is, then you don't know. Then you don't know what old YouTube was. Old YouTube, before Google claimed them, didn't have advertisements. Not a single strand.
You are so lying. It has always had ads on it.
No,
whether it wasn't pop-up ads in the middle of a video or there were side-scrolling ads. There were always ads.
No.
Always.
No, there wasn't.
Yes. Yes, there was.
No. There was not always monetization on YouTube. It was not. We're gonna Google it. I'm actually curious.
YouTube began running in-videos ads in August 27, so 2007, with pre-roll ads introduced in 2008.
Wow, pre-roll ads in 2008? I thought it was like more 2012-ish. But...
No. So it was immediately October of 2006. It was announced the company would be purchased by Google, which was completed by November 13th.
Wait,
Your
Google
account
bought them
is-
in 2006?
Yes. So Google has been in control of YouTube the entire time.
Not the entire time, no. Because I joined YouTube in 2005, and that was before Google acquired them. So I know pre-Google YouTube. I know. And it, you know, like Ty Edwin said, it may have had banner ads and stuff, but it wasn't so...
In the early days of YouTube, from 2005 to 2010, pre-roll ads were the norm, forcing viewers to watch 15-second commercials before assessing their desired content.
We're such a boomer. My point is that I have the... I'm gonna sound like such an old person. I have the most experience when it comes to this.
You really don't.
Yes, I do. I made a YouTube account back. When did you make your YouTube account?
There are way more older people than you in this chat right now. We all have way more experience than you do.
When did you make your YouTube account? Tell me when you created your YouTube account, Kai.
All
Your
right,
oldest YouTube
Grumpy
account.
Goober. Let me go. I only have the one. I'm not a crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm opening it. Give me a second, Mr. I don't know where to look for that information.
I think I'm younger than me. Yeah. Rosiest tinted glasses. No! Listen. No. I'm not saying that old YouTube was better and that if everything switched back to old YouTube, it would be better. What I'm saying is, nowadays with content, there is far more fake voices on it, and just people are saying crap to get a paycheck, and it wasn't always the case back then. That's a real fact. That's true. Because back then there wasn't sponsorships, there wasn't paid crap. And when people first started doing sponsorships and been saying like, oh, buy Raid Shadow Legends is the best mobile game ever, at first people were like, wow, this person's a sellout, blah 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 blah, because they're saying a bunch of fake stuff, and that proliferated for a bit. But then it became such a norm that people now just accept it, like they're just like fine with it. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm not really fine with it. Everyone needs to get a paycheck by the end of the day, I get it, but it's just something about it that's just like, it turbs me. I can't put my finger on what I want to say about it, but it's just there's such a
I mean, at this point, we're all younger than V, aren't we? We're so inexperienced.
if your YouTube account was made after mine, then you know
That's irrelevant.
why is that irrelevant?
Because I didn't create a YouTube channel or an account. I just watched YouTube. You didn't have to create an account to watch YouTube.
I know, but I'm saying from a creator standpoint, I made YouTube videos back in 2005. I've been making YouTube videos since 2005, is what I've been saying. So back then, when I made videos, because I was a child, you know, I made videos just because it was fun to make videos. And
But
so with that mindset...
That's because of your age.
I know, and because I'm not saying that's not influencing my opinion, but I'm saying that to me, from my experience on what I've watched on YouTube and what I've seen back then, people back then made more videos just for the sake of making them for fun, rather than nowadays people are more focused on the profitability of making videos rather than making them for fun. And removing that sense of making them for fun kind of removes the genuine and sincerity of the video as a whole, in a way.
I
to
disagree.
me, from my perspective, because, and I will say this, because if they're playing a trendy game that they know will get views, but they would rather play another game that would bring them more joy, back then they like, the only motivating factor would be to get more views, but there wouldn't be necessarily a monetary motivating factor for it. So less people did it back then. More people back then gravitated towards making videos for fun than for views.
I gotta go. You're making me actually upset.
What?
You're not listening. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again. When I go and pick up facts for you, you just keep going back to the old things. So no, this isn't a discussion.
All right, well, let me know what you think then. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's non-existent anymore, Taya. You're absolutely right that people are still out there. Like, there's genuine people out there still. 12-year-old's movie maker project from a week ago. Nice. That's just a slideshow of their OCs with 4 views. Yeah, when stuff like that comes up, it does bring joy. And the algorithm does bury those videos for sure. So there is like, I guess because the algorithm buries them so much is my main point. I don't want to make it seem like it's non-existent anymore. Funneling you into the same creators and everyone else gets left in the dust. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which is a shame. But that is the evolution of how the algorithm grew over the years, because again, YouTube wants to build their algorithm based on what makes them the most money, and so they'll recommend the most channels that makes the most money for them. And sadly, like you said, that pushes away the the, I don't know, people that just post stuff because it makes them happy and is a creative outlet. That's my point. That's my overarching point. I don't have a problem with people posting videos for money, to make money out of. I don't know. Sponsorships bother me. That for products, like if the person doesn't care about the product and they're just saying the sponsorship, like that just, I don't know. I could read through the lines when it comes to that sort of thing. And yeah. Back then, when it came to monetization on YouTube, it was a lot. It went from being very difficult to make money on YouTube, then to being very easy to make money on YouTube, and then they made it a little bit harder now, because it used to be, like back in like 2012 to 2014, it used to be like anyone could make like pennies with their ad revenue, no matter how small the channel was. But nowadays, I think there's requirements for monetization, which make it a little bit harder. But then back then, like back before Google took over and stuff like that, you had to rely on like contracts from Machinima and stuff, I think, to even make money, because I think YouTube didn't offer creators ad revenue or anything like that. All the ad revenue just went to YouTube. Pretty crazy. Enjoy watching Pirate Software's channel because he learned how the algorithm actually works. Nice. And used it backwards. You're completely open about how he does it. Wow, that's freaking amazing. Yeah, I mean, people definitely figured out the algorithm to a T. Like, obviously with Mr. Beast and stuff like that. Which, by the way, he's a prime example of someone who still follows trends, but is still genuine in what he does. Because he obviously does a lot of philanthropic work, which is amazing. And, like, you know, I'm super glad that Mr. Beast is around and stuff like that. Even though, you know, a lot of the stuff he does is clickbaity and stuff like that. But it's good clickbaity because overall, no matter what, it's for a good cause. You know that he's doing great stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess Kath got a bit too passionate about the topic. That, it's fine. If she disagrees with my point, then, you know, that's okay. She's allowed to have a different opinion. Brian Pork, thank you for the follow. You have such style. I'll listen, yeah. You can come in here and say your opinion. I'll listen. It's just, Kat, it's just hard for me to verbalize exactly what I mean. Ow. Mr. Beast is one of the rare confluences of following trends, but is generally genuine with his opinions and work. Yeah, that's the thing. So he can, like, he does have sponsorships that I'm sure he doesn't really care about, right? But you know that money is going towards, like, a lot of his good stuff. So it's just like, okay, like, I get it. I don't know. Yeah, I love you. If I were categorically opposed to a sponsor, I wouldn't promote them, but I think most of the time at the end of the day, if someone were going to offer me money to make videos I'm already making, why wouldn't I? Yeah, I think everyone has that sort of stance that you have, Taya. And I agree. I just think that everyone, I keep saying Raid Shadow Legends, but it's just like it's the cookie cutter sponsor that I keep thinking about. Like, if everyone were to sponsor Raid Shadow Legends and say it's like the mobile game to get and it's the best mobile experience you'll ever have and whatever, like, it's just, it's hard to see, like, how do I explain it? Because I don't want to word it badly. I don't want to word it like, I don't want to word it in a way that makes anyone seem two-faced or whatever, because that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make, I guess, is it detracts a little bit from what a creator actually feels about things a little bit, because they're talking about something that they don't genuinely really... Like, no creator, as far as I know, is going to genuinely play Raid Shadow Legends every single day of their life, right? So there is that, like, marketing insincerity, from them when they do that, right? Is that fair to say? Like, I don't know. And I could see, like, every time I see that, I instantly see that marketing insincerity. And that just, like I said, perturbs me. I disagree that you are working in totality. What does that mean? Would you judge someone for taking a sponsorship they don't care about because it's helping them, to keep them alive? Yeah, that's exactly it. I think that's really going into, like, morals and what I think. That's acceptable, right? Like, I would have double standards if I said that. And most people, when they're making content, they are making it because it genuinely will help them have income and stuff like that. It's just, I guess it's so saturated because everyone's doing it that the saturation of all of it is getting a little bit overbearing for me. And it's permeating through everything I'm watching, and it's just like, comparatively, it back then it seemed far less than what it is now. And because there was far less of it back then, it seems, I'm not saying it seemed like it was a better watching experience back then because less of this, it seemed less intrusive back then than it is now. All this or all that. Do you have to play something every day in your life to promote it? I played Undertale once and enjoyed it. I tell people to play it. Yeah, no, that's valid. That is completely valid. I'm just saying, like, if someone takes a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship and doesn't care about it and plays it once and stuff like that, like, they're not passionate about it. They're just taking it because they want to make money from it. And it just, when it comes to a lot of stuff like that, people often, I don't want to generalize, but people often don't really care about the sponsored product that they're advertising. And it's just that impression just seems hey Malscythe, that impression just seems disingenuous a little bit. Everyone should do what they want to do, and if they make money with it, so what? Does it hurt you? No, but the amount of it is permeating everywhere, and it's just like there's so much of it that, like, there has to be a point where ad intrusiveness and sponsorship intrusiveness ruins the experience of YouTube, right? When you're watching videos, how much of it will make it to where you stop watching videos entirely? Like, there has to be a stopping point at some point. And I feel as years go by, it feels like, to me, in my opinion, it feels like it's getting worse, or we're disingenuous or whatever. Hello Vesper, thank you for the raid. You were playing Persona 4 Golden. Really appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. How was Persona? Hey, maybe it's actually a fun game. Have you tried it yourself? You don't know these content creators and how they feel about said sponsorships, if it's a genuine or not. Not trying to start anything, just placing the perspective of an outsider as opposed to a content creator. Yes, everyone's amazing. You're amazing, Emma. That is true. I just think a lot of sponsorships are like, because as a content creator, I look into these things, right? Because it's important to look into the details of everything. When it comes to sponsored products, I'm not saying there's not diamonds in the rough, because there surely is. But a lot of it seems... Like, let's say someone sponsors TeamU, right? TeamU's a China drop shipping company. Like, they have crap. They sell crap. So if someone's sponsoring TeamU, which is like an eBay site that just has a bunch of crap on it, like it feels like no matter what someone's opinion on it is, they're just sponsoring something that offers crap. And of course that's an opinion, but, and I'm not saying that every sponsor is like TeamU, but it's just like a lot of sponsored products seems rough. And when it comes to advertising in general, I'm noticing a lot of invasive ads in particular. When it comes to mobile games mainly, a lot of the mobile games, because I work customer service in the mobile game industry, a lot of it is predatory. A lot of mobile games and how they're built is predatory in nature. So like, the advertisement, first of all, doesn't reflect what the mobile game actually is, and what the mobile game actually is a psychological, like, it's like it's built around the psychology where it pressures you into spending money and stuff like that. And that's just what I disagree with when it comes to sponsoring stuff like that. But like I said, no, not every sponsor is like that. Mobile games are a whole different discussion. Yeah. You like your hat you got on TeamU? Oh, you got a hat? The creators I watch who promote Raid have played Raid. If they promote HelloFresh, they use it. Pretty much every creator I watch, I believe that they do use that thing, or actually believe in it. That's good then. Because when I see HelloFresh, or when I see Raid Shadow Legends, or I see, like, when I see these things, if I'm sponsoring it, I have to genuinely believe in it, right? So it's just like, those things I feel like if I were to sponsor it, it would be disingenuous of me to sponsor it. Oh shit! No! Okay, we're good. I didn't know they could attack you during the pass-through fog animation. That is different. Oh shit! No! I don't want to die. Oh my god. Oh! Alright, you're assuming I watch anyone who would promote TeamU in the first place. That's true, that's true. I'm not, like, again, I don't want, to assume the majority of things. It's just my impressions. My overall impression of the content creation space as a whole, comparatively to before, seems like BetterHelp is the biggest example of like a scary predatory sponsorship, right? Because they're a company that offered mental health services, and a lot of the privacy when it came to that there's a lot of controversy revolving around that, right? So it's just, when people sponsorship that they kind of glance over and like just kind of do without really looking into the finer details, it is worrying. And I don't know. I'm just aware of what a lot of it is. And what I'm trying to say is I don't ever want to promote anything to you guys that I don't believe in and that I don't like. If you ever buy anything that I promote, you'll never get a product that's, you know, e-cutter or, you know, kind of drop shipped or whatever, you know. Because that's just what I see. Comparatively to what used to be. And that is my opinion. Exactly, that's what I've said from the start, that this is my opinion, and then you guys got mad at me. Because I'm not assuming everyone that sponsors stuff is, like, insincere and doesn't know what they're doing and, you know, is just shilling for a product. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that, some sponsors out there are predatory, and when someone does a sponsorship, it is my hope that they do their due diligence and look into the quality of the product and actually believe in the product that they're doing. Because if they're just sponsoring something because they need to make money and stuff like that, it puts their viewers at risk of buying a product that might not be something of quality. And with the pervasiveness of everything out there, like, with how much content is out there and how many content creators are out there, how many of them are shilling and how many of them are actually sincere about what they do and want the best for their audience? Like, because there's a lot of, like, there's some content creators that don't care about their audience and are just using them to make money. And I just find that sad. You're definitely speaking with a lot of totality. Just comparatively, you know, there's a lot more sponsorship stuff and whatever else now than there was back then. And back then, when someone was doing a game review, like I've been saying, you knew that they didn't have, like, they weren't masked by saying, like, they didn't feel inclined to say good things about a game because they were paid to do it. They generally had, like, thoughts and feelings about the game and whatever, and you watched it for that, right? That was my initial point. What it is nowadays, if someone's reviewing a game and it's like let's say it's a YouTube sponsorship video of a game that they're playing, you don't know with certainty that that person's either speaking positively to simply satisfy the sponsor or because it's what they genuinely feel. And I don't want to give that impression that that makes them disingenuous and or insincere and stuff like that, but it gives off that feeling of potentially being insincere about what they're doing. So there's that uncertainty in me where I'm just like, do they genuinely like this? Or is this something that they're saying that they like because they're being paid for it? That's my point. All right? And I think that's a good point. I don't think that's like a bad point to be made. No one used to be interested in sponsoring YouTubers? Yeah, that's what I meant with, like, machinima contracts and stuff like that. That's how people used to make money back then. Because YouTube didn't have, like, monetization and anything like that. Me is anti-ads. I'm just, like... I'm anti people getting taken advantage of because they don't know because they buy into whatever the content creator is saying, and it's, you know, it's a sponsor that they, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of like cheap crap that I think is proliferated around, and I don't know. I'm not anti-ads. I worry. I don't want it to get excessive. I don't know. My opinion on that, I don't think is out of the question weird on that. Like I don't know why you're so emotionally like affected by it. It's not a weird opinion to make. I just don't want an audience to get taken advantage of by buying a shitty product. That's it. That's a fine opinion to have. But yes, we can move on from the topic. My intentions, in my opinion, was, you know, it was a sincere one. It wasn't to friggin' offend anyone or whatever. I just don't want people taken advantage of because they believe the words of a content creator they believe in. That's it. That shouldn't be an outlandish opinion to have. So I completely got lost in thought with that. What was I doing? I was trying to get the Rapier. I do have. I'm trying to get souls to get to +5 before I fight the giant boss, is what I'm doing. It's very outlandish. How dare share such a radical view. Yes. Well, if people see that as radical, I don't know what else to say. I feel that I'm just looking out for people, and you know, I always want to look in. I want to always look at people's best interests, and I don't want people I care about taken advantage of. So that's what it is. But at the end of the day. Tree of Giants has an orange ring? An orange ring? Alright. I was saving up for Titanite shards. Oh no, I don't want to level the scimitar. Gonna be a Rapier build. And I'm gonna have to learn how to use this thing. I've not used it in a while. I was like, I know that song. This guy's playing Dark Souls 3 and is in Majula. Yeah! Majula music is like the best Soulsborne music ever for a hub world. So calming, and I don't know, I think it's the chimes that give me goosebumps every time. Very nostalgic, yes. It definitely gives an air of nostalgia feel, even though this game's not that old. It's old to me, yeah. Oh my god. Is this game that old? Oh my god. Crazy. Sip some water. Very well. Yeah, Yeah, Tyhedron, that's what I was worried about. That's why I was trying to be so careful with my wording on it. 'Cause that's not the impression I wanted to give. And I felt like that was really what seemed like the impression I was trying to get out. Just didn't know how to word it right. I was trying to compare old YouTube to new YouTube, and you know, a lot of ads could be predatory and stuff like that, and I don't know. It opened a whole can of worms. I just didn't know how to word it right, so that's on me. The thing is, we've undergone 20 years of change in how corporations use the internet, period. Yeah. Corporations are predatory and they're constantly changing tactics. I think that's exactly it. It's just, yeah. Everyone's journeys into the Soul series start. For myself, it was when DS1 was put on the Xbox games for gold. Oh my god, I remember when it was put on Xbox games for gold. I was the exact same way, except my friend showed me it back on the Xbox 360. And said, like, try out this game. And I remember I did a night class, and yeah, it was, I got immediately obsessed with it when it came to, like, leveling up stuff and, like, making a hard game somewhat easier by grinding it out and leveling up. It was like, suddenly this huge wave of obsession came over me when it came to that. And so my first playthrough was on the Xbox 360, yeah. So I had to, I had to play the game 30 FPS, and then I had to deal with, Xbox 360's Blighttown, which had even less frames per second, like under 30, ranging around like 15 to 20 FPS. Whew. Quite the journey. Like one of the games on your friend's 360 for about an hour and got really frustrated with it. Hell yeah. Yeah. My first playthrough on the 360 was really rough. I died countless times. Like, I must have died hundreds and hundreds of times. I died to the tutorial boss. I know that much. What seems so easy to me now is just like, yeah, was like an impossibility back then for me. Really interesting. Gotta get the Falconer set, it looks so freaking cool. Oh, I look like a dusty wanderer right now. Need the style. Give us smooth, yes. Shiny rock. Oh god damn it. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's a good way to farm early game. Really struggling. I really don't know what's best. Get souls early. We'll try and level our Rapier a bit more now. You remember a river being involved for the farm? That's all I remember. I know where the river is. Oh! Isn't that freaking gremlin thing? That ogre thing?
However,
I could try and fight him. I just feel like I'm not gonna be doing enough damage to him early game. I feel like I still need to level up my weapon before I tackle that. Yeah. All the guys along there up to the ogre. There's a lot of guys. That could be really good. Okay. I could try the river. Let's try the river and see how much souls we can get out of that. And hopefully we can get quite a bit. Shall see. Because there's like 8 guys on this river. Even though they don't give that much, I think it is lower risk of dying, so we'll take it. Hey, we kill him in 1 stab. That's good. I'm gonna try. Oh my god. I'm just gonna see how much damage I do to this guy. God, I'm so scared. Ogre boy! I do a lot of damage actually. Whoa! He's doing this fall down animation. I think he gives quite a bit of souls. I don't frick it up, of course. That was greedy! That was greedy! That was really greedy! Oh my god! 1 more swing! Guys, 1,000 souls! I don't think he respawns though, is the one thing. Because that would be solid to just do that over and over. Unfortunate. My brain. I think he does. Wait, seriously? Let me see. That would be friggin' clutch, if that's the case. There's some crusty zomboys. Forgot about. There we go. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yo, Malscythe. I mean, clutch with the recommendation. A few more in the tutorial area? That's true. I was just worried that those guys were strong. Oh my god, no way, he does respawn! That's so busted! What? That's a great way to get early souls. The fact that he really doesn't have that much health is kind of insane to me. Why doesn't this guy have more health than this? Like, I have a +1 weapon. Should be taking, like, he should be taking 20 hits from this. That is crazy. Wow. Malscythe with the clutch advice. I now know every time I play Dark Souls 2 to get more vigor and to level my weapons to +5, I just gotta friggin' farm off that ogre. Donkey! It's good. Good stuff. I'm not gonna have enough to level it more. 3. Yeah, I still don't. Okay. I remember a lot about this. Surprisingly, I played it through with my friends like a million different times. That's awesome. That is so cool. That is such a nice thing to remember. In all my playthroughs of Dark Souls 2, I only ever beat the game like once. Every time I tried to play through it again, I never knew a good early farming strat. This is the best. This is so good. Of course, I gotta get him out of the river is the main thing. This big boy, when he does that leap attack, that's a really good opportunity. I mean, most of his attacks is just a really good opportunity to attack him, honestly. Except for now! Even when he combos you twice, it's still not a scary amount of damage! Really should not to be so cocky. We need to go through that cave again already. There's some items in there. Oh yeah, that's right. There was that, like, I think there's an effigy at the end of this river here. I think it might be something different actually. Let's find out. A homeward bone and a shoal. Very good. Very solid stuff. Nice. That's a lot of really good early game souls. Okay. Alright. We're gonna get a Rapier the +5, get a little bit more health maybe. I would like to get the Falconer set too. And then we can take on the giant and just consume him. Because he's like a super easy boss. Huzzah! I'm literally missing 100 more souls, gosh dang it. There we go, yeah. Just what I needed. Says it's super easy, it has a +5 Rapier. Yeah. It's so easy. Well, it's easy even without a leveled up weapon. But with a leveled up weapon, I'm gonna like 5-shot him, I think. It's gonna be very like one-sided. I'm just gonna get like, I'm gonna kill the ogre like 2, maybe 3 more times. And then level up my health, just to get that buffer amount. And then we can kill some bosses. There are 3 ogres in the tutorial area for faster leveling? Oh my god. Aren't they stronger though? I'll have to check their health. I'll have to compare their health. Oh no, he's gonna eat my face! No! No! Why? Alright, we're just going to the boss. Good. I just think I'm ready to take on Dark Souls 2, and then I'm just not. Just not. Even when I get really good strats from Malscythe. I get consumed! Get bited to death! Hurts the soul. Alright. Well, let's go down the elevator and just fight the gosh dang giant. I'm done. Why? I didn't know that move. I didn't even know that move existed. It's a one-shot kill move if you haven't leveled your health. Maybe the strat is, before even leveling my weapon, I use my early souls to level my health, and then when my health is adequate enough, that's when I take the ogre down for farming to level my weapon. I think that's the order of operations I'll have to do it in. Remember we were able to knock the giant down because he glitched and didn't activate his AI right away? Oh, really? Pretty wild. Angry boy! Angry, angry lad. Oh no, he's gonna step on me. No. No. I swear to God, if I die the last die, I'm gonna be so sad. Okay, we're good. I swear to God, if I would have lost the easiest boss fight ever. Well, maybe not ever. Like, there's freaking Pinwheel, and there's the Island Demon, and there's what else? There's the freaking slug that looks like that Star Wars character. Big old slug boy, the Covetous Demon, I think. That's also the easiest boss ever. Boys went through the roof. Or the Toro boss, God, Free Soldier, and Elden Ring. My friend struggled against him for 3 hours. Oh my God. That's cray. Acquire numerous souls, or perhaps... And then it just trails off. Doesn't even say. Makes this suggestion. Or perhaps something greater. Something stronger. No, I think I'll just take souls, thank you. Yum. Consumption. Very good. Wait, did I not? Oh, I didn't even get my Rapier the +3. Got me? Oops. Alright, well that's that. We'll buy the Falconeer set, because that looks badass. And then we could level each piece to +3, but I already died, so I'm not taking this playthrough seriously anymore. We'll just go to the Pursuer next, I think. Level up and go to the Pursuer. There we go. I'm not buying the Falconer helmet because it looks kind of silly. I am the Falcon Man. Yeah, the Falcon Man. You're gonna kill him before his arena or after? I'm gonna kill him in his boss room with the crossbow launcher thing. The ballista. I shall attempt that, because killing him before his boss room, I don't think I've ever done that before. I think he always beat my arse to a pulp. Be interesting.
Less.
There, seek less. More vigor! Oh my God. Yes, 200 HP, give me. Thank you. We'll take this gladly. Alright. It is time. I've already died once, so I don't really care about dying multiple times thereafter, so we'll try the Pursuer, even though I I don't know what the order should be. I think maybe it should be giant first, then you go to the lighthouse place and kill the Dragon Slayer. Or no, Dragon, what's it called? Dragon Rider, that's it, yeah, Dragon Rider. He's like the easiest second boss ever. And then... yeah, because the Pursuer's kind of crazy. Kind of skeptical on this guy, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright. Let's YOLO it and see what happens. The Pursuer! Is this too easy for you? Oh, you broke it! Oh my god, Jesus Christ! Okay. Oh my god, he beat the crap out of me! No! Launch the bolts! Missed! He's gonna break it! No! You had one job! No. We must endure. Ah! No! I have to use like all my life gems for this. No. You have to ping him to death. Oh my god, you could have hit me there. That was so risky. I don't know why I rolled. One chat energy there. Get booped on, sir. Ah, he booped me back. No. Oh my god, that was risky too. Jesus. No! Oh my god, how did he not hit me there? Oh, I should have been hit there. Ooh. Holy crap. The Pursuer! Killed him with that ballistas. Let's go. First try. Let's go. Nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, this guy's almost killed me. I wasn't expecting you guys to still be after me. Jeepers. Alright. Oh. Yeah, Emma. Oh my god. I'm hoping they embrace DS2 and give it its own sequel. I always felt like it was tied to the main story. It was more fit in with the rest of the world while the Lords of Sin are doing fire stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Everything is canonically linear. There's nothing outside of the world besides what we see in Dark Souls 3. It was all stripped away. No more. Just all points in time colliding in one location. Dark Souls 2 is very much its own corner of history, separate from the main line games of The Link in the Fire. It's in this game, it's only ever implied and never confirmed. Dark Souls 3 is the final moments of the world before it inevitably ends, regardless of whether the fire is linked or not. Be crazy. Pretty crazy. Stop bashing that giant, that's mean. He's already a tree. Let him be a tree in peace. You mean guys. That just looks inappropriate. Alright. Onwards! Into the nest we go. Could that be a burb? Flying away. I fly away. I fly away. The Lost Bastille. This is where you get the Silver Serpent Ring. We're gonna get ASAP. Always get that ring ASAP and equip it, because early game, why not? I barely have any rings. I may as well get some SHTABS. Lurp has a bunch of wild sounds on it to the point you wonder how those sounds are still allowed to be played. Wait, really? Sketchy sounds. Sketchy sounds. Yes, indeed. We'll take this free large titanite shard, thank you. Get bombed, son. Oh, I got bombed. There we go. Oh, the dog's still alive? Bye-bye. Yum. Hello there, hello. I'm sure you're angry that I'm taking your Silver Serpent Ring, but it must be done, I'm afraid. Why are you freaking launching Hadoukens at me? No! That's why. Free! I didn't know there was a hole there. Wow. Yes. Yes, there is. This is one of the most appropriate sounds I could find. Nice. That explosion noise is so brutal. It sounds so friggin'... You want a switch? Wowzers. Take my 19,000 souls back, thank you. Jeepers. Jeepers, jeepers, jeepers. There's the lady, the fancy lady. So fancy. Oh no, I'm a zombie. Hang on, let me unzombify. Right in my soul. Alright. I'm gonna get the secret up here. Secrets. Secrets. Secret large titanite shard. Bro, what the hell? Jesus. Your probs, Lob. Hopefully this guy has a big back. Pretty easy to stab at his back. Yeah. Sleepy nap time soon. Yeah, I'm really tired too. I want to keep streaming, but I don't know if I want to keep playing Dark Souls 2. I'm just gonna kind of like rush through and do whatever. Alright, that just happened. Wait, you broke the barrel I needed, bro. I needed that. God damn it. Alright, well, I gotta go all the way back now because that guy ruined everything. So I used the life gem when I really shouldn't have. Oops. Also gotta equip the silver serpent ring and the ring of blade. Physical attack. Boosts it by 20 damage. Jesus Christ. That is incredible. Love of God, stop giving me anxiety and spend your souls. That's the thing, is I'm like way too overconfident in my Dark Souls abilities that I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. In Dark Souls 2, yes, I do die. I do die a lot. More than I would like to admit. Way more than I'd like to admit, honestly. Alright, and then we will consume the Pursuer's Soul. Yum yum yum. My curtain just fell down and scared the hell out of me. No! Emma got spooked. Oh. Your room is so cute, Emma. Oh. It was such a cute room. So cute. So cute. Alright. That is a lot of level ups. 400 HP sounds very nice. Compared to 12 damage per swing, which is still really nice, but it's meh. The adaptability is really good for the iframes. I just don't know how much adaptability I'll need for better iframes, so we're just gonna pump into health. For the wrist. Thank you. Basically everything I have is put up with thumbtacks and tape so things fall down often. Oh really? Oh. Yo, that's very base though. That's everything I do. When I hang up posters and everything, it was always either tape or thumbtacks. And so finally I was like, you know what? I have these really nice posters. Like I have a signed Star Set poster. I have a signed I have an MCR poster and a bunch of like really emo band posters that I need to hang up. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't want them ruined, so I'm finally gonna get these poster stickers that are meant for posters that don't damage them. So you can hang them up and take them down without damaging them. So I got those, and I still haven't used them yet. I still haven't hung up my stuff. I have to install my shelves. I'm just like, raw. But yes. Very based, very good. Very good. I'm too scared to make noise with a hammer. I even have some stuff stuck in the wall with safety pins. Oh. Cute. So cute. Yeah, I'm the same way. The poster stickers I have don't need any tools to put them in. They're just literally stickers you put on the back. and then hang it up. And the stickers don't damage the wall when you take the poster down, and it also doesn't damage the poster itself. Supposedly, that's what the package says. So, we're gonna see. I will test them and let you know. Alright. Blowing me up. It's totally fine. You can do that if you want. Turn around. There you go. We like not bro. And you, sir, would you like to receive my questionable thing? How dare you? Kablamo! Hi, doggos. I'm gonna ignore you. Stop being crazy. I'm just gonna steal all your stuff. I'm just gonna steal all your stuff. I'm just gonna steal all your stuff. And I'm gonna steal it again. Light as flame. I know. I already know. I know, Mousescythe. I know. Yum. I'll tell you now, give it a year or two, and the sticky stuff for the posters is gonna leave a little grease stain showing through. I can speak from the, like... Wait, are you serious? Wait, really? Wait, showing through the poster or showing on the wall? Like the sticky substance? That sucks. He calls me an imbecile. So mean. I'm not. I am not. Rude. How dare you? And call you an imbecile. Imbecile! It's locked. How will we ever get through? No, bad bites! Bad bites! Oh, his legs going through and it looks really awkward. Like, get me out of here! Could just be a brand thing, perhaps. Maybe it's humidity based. It's really hot here. That could be it. I guess we'll see. I'll test it and I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated on the poster lore. We shall see. We are family. I got all my sisters and me. Actually, it's all my sisters and I. No, it's actually and me. When you end the sentence, it's always person and me. Start of the sentence, you say person and I. I got all my sisters and I. We are family. Yarm, yarm, yarm. This guy is not grateful for me saving his life from petrification. So sad, so sad. But all this effort in for you. You don't appreciate me. Sad reality it is, truly. Truly, I tell you. You're gonna freaking hit me off the ladder, aren't you, you punk nugget? I am ill-equipped to do this boss fight. Ill-equipped. I don't have my Estus. It's like 20 million soldier boys. I'm out of life gems as well. It's pretty good though. I've been liking how it plays. It's quite good. Quite accurate. Oh yeah, I can't go through here until I freaking lift the doodad. The doo-doo. Oh! Oh! Hopefully not. I hate when posters get damaged. I remember I got so upset because Danny bought me that Miku poster I have on my door, and the first day I got it accidentally... What? I actually put a hole through it. In it. No! Yeah, all my old, like, super old vintage Nintendo Power posters that you get from, like, the magazine, you know? To, like, carefully... Oh! Oh! Oh no! You have to, like, carefully take it out of the magazine. I friggin... Oh my god. I was a child and I used tape to hang them on my wall. So naturally, removing the tape from the poster just freaking breaks it. So some of the tape I left on because I didn't want to damage the poster more. So some of the posters I have just like old Y2K tape that's been there since the early 2000s. I just refuse to take it off the damn poster. And I've damaged my wall quite a bit. I was never the angsty teen to put holes in my wall, you know? You know how some guys, through their angst, some emo boys through their angst, punch holes in their walls? I never did that. I was always conscientious of my walls. Because my posters and stuff put holes in my walls. And I was just like, no! Damaging my room, this is bad. Also, these guys are freaking... They're still alive! Why did I pull the lever? I wanted to fight! Yeah, I placed it on the floor to lay it flat and put books on it for weight. I pushed a bit too hard and the spiral spine thingy on my sketchbook went through. No! Oh, that's heartbreaking. No. Poor ammo. Protect all costs at all costs. Not fair. That's what you get the posters for, to cover the holes? Yeah, the funny thing though, Emma, is my wall, my bedroom wall is, I think it was initially wallpaper that was painted over. And so when I put posters throughout my childhood on my wall with tape and took the posters off, I just punched myself out. I took the posters off. I'm making hand gestures. You can't see it, but I'm making hand gestures. It would rip not only the paint off, but it would also rip the wallpaper that was behind it off. So my room would just have these splotches of black of wallpaper and paint on it. So it's like, if I take a poster off, I would need to put a poster back on to block the mishap that happened from that poster. So it's just an endless poster hanging that causes more damage from the previous poster and then just culminates into this madness. Oh my god, there's so many swords, guys! Jesus! There's way too many sword guys. Wowzers. Oh, there's sword guys in here too! Fight! 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 just want to fight the boss. Why is there so many of you? I don't want your leggings. Great. I'm gonna try one more time. I'll fight them all individually, lose all my healing items, and just fight the boss without healing items, I guess. You goober. Oh man, if your room was just the wallpaper, it would look so snazzy. Yeah. That's what I wondered what it was, because it was... I never had my room before it was painted in. I'm just like, what was it? What was this mysterious wallpaper? And Emma, you know what the saddest thing about wallpaper was? About my house and wallpaper? Is that my kitchen, when we first got it, had these chickens. Had these chickens. Had chicken wallpaper. And the chickens were above. They were above the I'll explain it. They were above like the cabinets, but it was like wallpaper. And these sword guys. So these sword guys. Oh my god, there's so many sword guys. And on top of the chickens, in addition to the chickens, the person who owned this place previous also hand painted these really pretty and cute, I think they were sunflowers. Maybe they were sunflowers actually. They were like these blue petal flowers with like an orange center and like white little polka dots. And it was really cute. Just like hand painted on like the white tile that was around the stove. And so you had chicken wallpaper and these hand painted flowers on the tiles. It was so cute. And yeah, eventually my family was just like, we're painting over these. It's like, no! Don't do it! It's adorable. And yeah. And so the chickens are still there, but they're just painted on. It's sad. Sad every time I look there. Fight! Alright, we're gonna end stream. How much time have I been going on for? 3 hours. I kinda wanna play Pokemon Unite for a bit. I'm gonna do that. I'll play a few rounds of Pokemon Unite. Is Dark Souls 2 is too fricky for me, man. I don't know. I always keep trying it. It always eats me alive. It does. It always eats me alive. It does. It does. Yes. I need your house. It sounds like my vintage dream. All we need is paint remover. Yes. That is so cute that we have like the same taste. We're like, no, keep the kitchen chickens. Keep them, please. Probably only be able to stay for one round of Unite. I got work tomorrow. Oh, I miss you so much. I miss you. I want to stream more. I don't know whether or not I should stream in the mornings when I get home from work, or if I'd be too tired for that. I think the YouTube videos will be a nice thing later this week when I get my stuff for it. Because like I said, the Super Mario Galaxy playthrough will be a one-on-one kind of like heartfelt connecting playthrough, like let's play kind of playthrough. And then separately, my Don't Starve Together videos will be more of like a philosophical perspective playthrough. It won't be let's play themed. It'll be kind of more edited, I hope. I hope my editing skills will work. Will do good work. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. I'm really worried about Kath. Freaking. That's why I worry about talking. I always worry I say things that I don't mean, or I try and say an idea and it comes off as not that. Problem. And I've learned that I do this a lot when it comes to. You guys ever, like, before you find the bravery to talk to someone that's like not a family member, like it could even be like an acquaintance or something, you preemptively plan what you want to say to them before you say it to them. Like, I don't know, when it comes to my coworkers or like something like that, I always like plan in my head, like, if I'm gonna say this, would it be something that they want to hear, or will they just brush me off or not give a crap? Is it worth saying? Stuff like that. I always do that. Words are hard. They are. It's frustrating. Because I don't want to bother anyone. Never want to bother anyone. But alas, it happens sometimes. It's inevitable. It's an inevitability. And that's why I don't really like talking in general. Yeah. That is why I am the quiet, shy boy. Oh my god, Ho-Ho's here! I always say Ho-Ho. Not Ho-Ho, it's Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh. Ho-Ho-Ho! Bird. It is Bird. Legendary Bird. Exciting. Then Charizard has a funky jacket. Does he have like a vampire jacket? What is that? Is there like a vampire freaking costume event going on? As if so, I'm all about it. Oh my god, speaking of vampires, every day I want a vampire to freaking bite me. Right now. It's like, I'm getting worried. Because I'm I'm a super flexible man. I could do like the pretzel yoga pose, you know? I could put my legs behind my head and do like, I could do everything with my flexibility. But I'm noticing, petition to make it real, right? I'm noticing that when I go to work and I go to the locker room to put my bag away, my kitty cat bag, and I bend down because it's a floor locker, I've noticed my knees my knee bones crack. Do like the cracky crack. And I'm just like, no! No! Want a vampire to bite me, to pause my aging right now! Right now! Stop this. I don't want to age anymore. I want to keep my pretzel flexibility. Yo, I got a Ho sticker. Pretty rad. I'm the complete opposite of flexible. Every time I get out of bed, my hips crack. And I somehow pull a muscle just putting on a shirt. Oh. You're cute though. You are like ideal small. Cutest smalls and must protect at all costs. These tiny limbs aren't meant for moving. I feel you. Bites, bites. I give big bites, bites. I give big bites. I give bites. I give big bites. I give Whitney big bites. Alright, I gotta stop collecting rewards. I gotta just get stuff, but I have so much stuff to claim. You want your cake icing? You gotta claim your rewards. Claim your rewards. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, there's a cute... Does that Lapras have heart glasses? Huh? Wait a second. Does that Lapras have the heart glasses? Let me see. Oh my god. Oh my god, he has a pink. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. That's so cute. Birds. I buy this. Get coupons. I have a 50% off AOS Gems coupon. It would be 200 AOS Gems and I have 160. God damn it. Wait, why can't I back out? No, I don't want to confirm. No, I don't want to use it. God damn it. I don't want to use it. I'm gonna have to quit out of the game. God damn it. Wait 1 second. Alright, we'll start the match as soon as I open the game, because I'm delaying the inevitable and Emma needs to sleep. Emma must rest. Hope Kath's doing okay. I'm the worry wart type. Worry wart. I don't like upsetting people. The worst. I hate it. Ugh. Such a guilty conscience. Hurts the soul. Hurts every fiber of my soul. That's why if anyone ever gotten into a fight with me, it won't be long lasting. No matter what my stance was or my point, I think my guilt would override whatever I feel or believe. Worry worm. Now add your standard brain worms and your toast. A toast? You want toast? I'll make you toast. I'll make you breakfast. Yeah, 'cause you work in the morning. I'm keeping you up. I feel so bad. I gotta teleport there tomorrow morning and make you breakfast. Yeah. What's your favorite breakfast, Emma? What was the most ideal breakfast for you? Bye. Your. Oh, and your toast. Like I'm toast. Oh, okay. I thought. No, I understand, brainward. You are toast. I thought you were just like, add your brainworms, add your toast. You got your brainworms, you got your toast. You're all set. French toast and hash browns. Sounds like a plan. God. Slaughtering the bunnies. Speaking of slaughtered bunnies, I always freaking every time, cause I walk the bus stop every day, right? Go to work. On the way, I always see some kind of semblance of roadkill, and it just, I don't know. Every time I see roadkill, I get extremely upset because I know it's from someone's negligence. I'm just like. Could have had a whole life ahead of itself. I'm just like, at that moment I always like mourn its loss, and I like almost want to tear up at its loss. But I think of the potential of the animal. I think of what life it could have lived. Could enjoy the full life. Humans. Stinky humans. Same, I always see a raccoon or squirrel. I've occasionally seen cats. Oh, cats would be the worst for me. I would cry. I would tear up if I see them. Roadkill cat. Thankfully, I've never seen one before. I've never seen a roadkill cat before. I would actually, like, yeah, like I said, tear up. Same, I always see a raccoon or squirrel. I could just say, guys, I completely ruins my mood for the next month. The next month, yeah. It's just like, I don't drive. Like, I've driven cars, but I don't drive regularly. But I've driven cars, so I know what it is on the wheel. It's just like, I don't know. If I ever hit anything while driving ever, like it would be harder for me to forgive myself. It would take me a long time to forgive myself for that. Are you serious? Frick. Two halves of the same raccoon today. Oh my god. Awful. One time I was in the car and you just suddenly saw a couple feathers because the dude next to us had a crane. Oh my god. Anthill cranes like the birds. Wow. What the hell? It's so brutal. Cranes are big birds too. Like, I don't have cranes around here, but the first time I saw a crane was actually with Cat, and I was in awe because we sat down at this beautiful restaurant, and it was like a window seating, and inside there was like a artificial pond. And there was a bunch of cranes that flew down. I was like, wow, what kind of bird is that? That's such a beautiful bird. I was just like admiring it. And to think that a car, like, I don't know. Come on. This is horrible. I don't know, man. Humans doing their human stuff. Very stinky. Emphasis on the stinkiness. I hate that it's like against the law to stop while on the road to prevent hitting an animal. I'd rather not survive and then a fuzzy friend got the road. That's the thing. You know, like it's like controversial. Get out of the car to like escort a mother duck and her ducklings to cross the road. But like, if I saw that, I would do that, even if it be against the law. It's like, come on. You gotta do it. You have a moral obligation. They are too precious. Funny, because I told my family the other day that I wish infrastructure, like when it comes to like highways and stuff, you know, I wish that they would invest more in like better fencing on the sides of highways and stuff like that, to prevent animals from getting on the road. Just more preventative measures, because I think like, I don't know, having just trees on the sides just really leads to animals crossing over a lot, and it's just sucks seeing that raw. And sorry I got to the topic of roadkill. It's just something that, like, I don't know, I felt really like I needed someone to relate to my plight, because I don't want those animals to feel like they're alone. Every time I see those animals, I'm just like, I see you. I see what potential you could have had. Now it was taken away by a negligent human. I see it. I wish I could have prevented it. Yeah, this was a lock. Dang. What a goal! Holy smokes, what a goal! Wow, what a goal! Oh god, that goal though! Wish we had more multi-story homes instead of those like ugly long homes we have all over here. Oh, what? Leave a lot more space for nature, or even just more smaller community homes instead of all those big ones with barren acres in between. Yeah, that pisses me off. That annoys me so much. I agree. Emma, if you and I were able to design a society, it would be so nice and different. We'd only have 4-day work weeks. And I'd certainly make it illegal to have people work. 2 days off separated from each other, unless they wanted it, right? My mom works retail, and even though she would prefer to have 2 days off together, she's always forced to have 2 days off separated from each other a week. And it's heartbreaking because she feels like she never has time for herself. Just like, what the hell? This is a bunch of bull. We'll call it Epic Town. Yeah. That'd be so good. The Animos would be so happy. Bite, 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 bite. You aren't participating in any tournaments. Okay. You have not joined any teams either. Okay. Not part of any team. The competitive gamers. Okay, gotta go eat peas, but thank you for the stream. Hope you have a great rest of the stream. Have a great night. Have a great night, Emma. I care about you so much, and I'm so happy you spent time with me. Despite me being a thinking doofus earlier. I really appreciate you. And I miss you. Hope you have a great work day tomorrow. And I'll stream again tomorrow, hopefully when you get back. And yeah, I'll end stream too because I'm exhausted. But, yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Thank you for the head pets. Ho, ho. Yeah, I guess I'll collect my rewards. Rewards. But yeah, after this I'll head to bed. Tired. Good night, Emma. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. People. Hope you've been well. And missed you. Hope everything's well with you. Early anniversary shop. Ooh. All the licenses are off. I really want to get the Santa Pikachu costumes, but they're so pricey. So cute. Dark Lord style. Oh my god. Style. That is so awesome. And vampire ho. God damn. Pretty rad. Bite the bed bite. A bite, 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 bite. Bite, bite. Time for sleep. Good night, V. Good night, everyone else. Good night, Mouse Scythe. That style, I know, right? Glad you agree, Cole. Looking at all the style. Unknown Dragon 98, thank you for the follow. You have such style. Well, the timing on that was really good, actually. Awesome. Resale. Background for a snow globe. New Year. Oh, they're like reselling like the... That's cool, in case you missed stuff. Are they selling the frickin' concert background? Oh no, I already have the concert background. What am I talking about? I already have it. Silly man. UI color. Dark pink flame. That's pretty cool. Vanguard outfit's just so based, but I can't do it. I like my style too much. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining in. Looking over all the cool stuff that they're putting in for this event. Pretty rad. Again, I'm so glad Pikachu got a buff. So nice. I'm fine. I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm doing okay. I'm just exhausted. I'm gonna wrap up soon. But, very happy that you're here. I gotta do one more to get this. That's so much work. I really need to wrap up. I need to get this though. Arrgh. Rawr. Alright, so I'm gonna stream probably this game again tomorrow at 8 PM Eastern. So if you guys are around by then, I'll see you then. But for now, I really gotta wrap up and get some rest. I love you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yay, we got 2 follows today. That's so cool. Big ups. Big ups to you guys. In terms of who we're gonna raid, there's lots of people, lots of friendos to raid tonight. I think we'll raid Crowan. Because I like him. I like him a lot. We'll raid Crowan and be on our way. Crowan's amazing. You'll be in good hands with him. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Alright. See you then. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye. Bye bye.